Hey everyone, I just wanted to give a quick update on my appointment with the neurologist. Many of you sent messages and were praying and thinking of me, and I'm so grateful for you. So essentially, the appointment went as well as it could have, pretty much as I hoped it would have gone. So going back like last summer, I was given the working diagnosis of functional neurological disorder, which means that for the past year, the the doctors that I've met with have treated it as such, like a working diagnosis and not an official diagnosis. So that means that there wasn't really anything that could be done or any information that could have been given to me because I needed to speak with a specialist, with a neurologist. So that's what I had been waiting for the past year. And that's what happened yesterday. So speaking with the neurologist was really yeah, it was really like affirming, I guess, of the things that I've been experiencing. I felt very listened to, which was amazing. Being able to say, like, some things over the past year have gotten significantly better than when I first experienced paralysis. So, things like speech and the use of my left hand and kind of overall energy levels and all of that. So, like, initially, I was stuttering so much that um, I couldn't preach or do anything that was really in front of people because it was the combination of stuttering, but also just overwhelming social anxiety. And then once I started having seizures, that was kind of yeah, exacerbated. It was even worse. So those things have gotten a lot better. Like, I've been able to play guitar. It still hurts a lot when I play guitar. I still struggle to kind of hold the strings down and I make a lot more mistakes and stuff. But that's okay. Like, that's way better than it was a year ago. And I can preach and I still have a lot of issues like thinking in the moment, a lot of brain fog and forgetfulness, but that's so much better than it was a year ago. So there's a lot of progress. On kind of the negative side, the kind of symptoms of my seizures have gotten worse. So maybe not the frequency necessarily, like I'm not having them daily as much. So they can vary from how, like, I could go a week without a seizure, but then I'll have like clusters of seizures where it could last for a couple of hours, where it's like a seizure and a few minutes of reprieve, and then like just kind of back to back in that way. Um, and from what Laura and the kids tell me, that's kind of gotten worse. Like, where initially it would just be like a lot of like kind of vibrating or convulsing type thing. Now, like, my limbs flail and I've fallen off of the bed and but whatever. So in that way, it's gotten worse. So the neurologist was amazing to give me the official diagnosis of functional neurological disorder. Unfortunately, with that, that means that it's not a quick fix. There's not just a pill that I can take or something like that. It's a lot of kind of therapy and treatment mentally paired with the skills to hopefully make the seizures less frequent. Um, so it might be that, like, when I start feeling the indicators of a seizure, that like I start to get really nauseous. I start to feel like I'm spinning, like I'm gonna pass out. When I start to feel that, if I can implement some of these tools that they're equipping me with, then maybe I push it off for 5 minutes and then 10 minutes. And then like eventually I skip having a seizure or whatever it may be. So that's really encouraging because the neurologist said that I have a lot of motivation and drive to like do something about this, and so he's really hopeful that at the very least that my seizures will be less frequent than they are. So that was good. Like, I really felt good about the way that it went. I will see him again in 6 to 9 months. He's writing a letter on my behalf that should allow for me to get a bus pass, which is amazing because I've been walking to work a lot more because we can't really afford to keep paying for the bus. So um yeah, which walking has been really good to be like out and getting some exercise in, but it's not been great because then, like the neurologist said, if I exert energy there, then I'm not going to be as effective at work or as effective at home and doing the things that I need to get done. So essentially he's like, you need to bottle up that energy and use it in the right places, instead of like when I feel like I have a good day, instead of walking there and back, like still take a bus or get a ride or whatever, and then maybe walk back once a week or something like that to start. So yeah, I feel like there's a decent plan in place. um and I feel encouraged by it. It's not that anything is necessarily changed, but I think even just having an official diagnosis is really helpful for me to know how to best move forward, that there's not this like big cloud of ambiguity, over me or whatever. So thank you so much for all of your messages and thoughts. I will definitely keep you updated um, along the way. Again, we're so incredibly grateful for all of you who continue to support us in this mission here in the UK. To be honest, it feels so vulnerable to depend on the generosity of friends and family. It's very humbling, but I think you know learning in this season to not be prideful. Like I just on Sunday started having symptoms of a seizure at church, like couldn't finish the worship set. And so some of our amazing friends here gave me a ride home and were taking care of me. And I was just saying like how much I dislike depending on people. So depending on rides, depending on financial generosity and all of those things is very humbling. Um, but it really is teaching me how to like lean into family and community in this season. So thank you so much for all of you who continue to bless us in that way. You have no idea, like really transparently, the amount of times where we're like, I don't know how we're gonna afford to do a little food shop or whatever it may be, and then like just then like someone randomly donates and a gift comes in and we're sustained in that way. And again, it's not like that feels insecure. That feels like we're you know we have to depend on others, but ultimately we really believe that we're depending on God, and that yeah, he's even like prompting people along the way to sow into this work that we're a part of here. And so thank you. If you would like to give, there is actually there are two links in my bio. One of them is Square, which is if you want to set up recurring giving, which people do monthly, which is super helpful because it shows us kind of what we can budget in. But then also there's just Venmo, which is amazing for those kind of like surprise gifts that just pop in and are so helpful. So if you would like to give either of those ways, please prayerfully consider that. I know it's weird. Like, what am I giving to? Is it just so this family can live here? But I'd love to share with you some of the kind of deeper, impactful things that are happening here, well beyond my health, but kind of the integration of our family into the culture here in Portsmouth, into Hope Church, and yeah, like all of the amazing things that continue to happen here. So love you guys so much. Stay tuned, more updates to come.